What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Liverpool Aston Villa post-match reaction and analysis video, and we will talk about the game itself and Bobby Firmino's fairy tale farewell. He scored a 90th minute equalizer in his last ever game at Anfield, at least as a Liverpool player, and that's absolutely brilliant. But I have to talk first about the cheating, corrupt Premier League referees and also the refereeing association or the governing body of the referees, the PGMOL, whoever appoints the referees and whoever is in charge of VAR, they are also incompetent, blind clowns, and they are doing this on purpose because they hate Liverpool and they hate Jurgen Klopp. I'm absolutely convinced. Why on earth would they appoint the same referee who was fourth official when Jurgen Klopp screamed in his face when he was celebrating the fourth Liverpool goal against Tottenham, and he got a ban and a fine for that, and they appointed the same referee as the main referee. I think his name is Brooks. Go to hell, Brooks. That's my message to you. Absolute blind fool. He purposely cheated Liverpool out of 3 points today, or 2 points at least, out of the victory, because he absolutely hates Jurgen Klopp, I'm sure. And the PGMO hate Liverpool and they want them to fail. Tyrone Mings kicked Gakpo in the chest full force when Gakpo was about to go through on goal. Gakpo had like 2 bloody stud marks like this long across his chest, like this high up, and Tyrone Mings gets a yellow card. That's okay, the VAR should overturn that to a red card. The VAR should call the referee to the monitor and say that's a red card. They didn't. Tyrone Mings stayed on the pitch. What an absolute disgrace of a decision. And then a perfectly good Liverpool goal is disallowed for offside when the referee blatantly plays the ball on purpose when, you know, the ball was played by Gakpo back across goal. Probably, I think it's Mo Salah or somebody else who would pretty much score. So the defender has to clear the ball, because if he doesn't, he's not a Premier League defender. I mean, even in League 2, a defender would try to clear the ball at that instance. You have an attacker behind you as a defender, and you are telling me the defender didn't deliberately play the ball? Absolute horseshit. That's my opinion. They deemed that as a deflection and not a deliberate play by the defender. Absolute disgraceful decision once again. And Liverpool were robbed out of that goal. Gakpo should have equalized, and Liverpool had a lot of minutes after that to win the game. In the end, of course, they disallowed the goal. And by the way, if it was just an offside goal, why was the referee called over to the monitor? That's what I don't understand. For offsides, they never, ever call the referee to the monitor. So that was suspicious already. And then they disallowed the goal for offside. Yes, Virgil van Dijk is in offside position. But when Gakpo plays the ball, after that, the defender plays the ball as well. And you can't be offside if the opposition team gives you the ball. And that's what happened. The Aston Villa defender deliberately played the ball. Either he tried to clear it or he just tries to pass it out for a corner, trying to clear it deliberately, because he has an attacker behind him. So why wouldn't he deliberately try to play the ball? That's what I don't understand. Anyway, that goal was disallowed, and then Bobby Firmino scores a fairy tale farewell goal at Anfield in front of the Kop. Mo Salah, a beautiful outside of the foot cross for Bobby Firmino, and then Liverpool huffed and puffed but couldn't find the winner. But I was so infuriated by the referees, and I mean, I can fully understand Jurgen Klopp sometimes losing his cool, because the Premier League referees are the absolute worst referees in Europe, at least in the serious major leagues. But you can say top 10, top 15 leagues in Europe, Find me a league with worse referees than the Premier League. I dare you. I bet you couldn't. Aston Villa were the better team in the first half. Not gonna lie, and I will analyze the game. I just had to get my rant out of the way, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. By the way, if you enjoy these videos, leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. So, Aston Villa were by far the better team. They got a penalty, and that was a correct decision this time. Konate tries to clear the ball, he mistimes his challenge, and by the way, I'm not sure why he tries to tackle Watkins, or because you can only stick your leg in if you are 100% sure you will get the ball first, and the attacker gets the ball first, and then Watkins falls over. Alisson was already there covering the goal, so I'm not sure if Konate was necessary to take a foul there. In the end, Watkins is fouled, the referee gives a penalty, no complaints from me for that decision, that was the correct decision, but then Watkins shoots miles wide, so that was funny and a relief. But then a few minutes later, Aston Villa got a deserved early lead. Douglas Luiz gets to the second ball like 3 times in a row, and that was Liverpool's major problem. The second balls were always falling to Aston Villa, and credit to Unai Emery. He set up Aston Villa brilliantly. Actually, in the past 20 games in the Premier League, Aston Villa are the second best team in the Premier League. So hats off to Unai Emery. Since he has taken over, he has been absolutely brilliant. And Aston Villa would be in the top 4 probably if they played the whole season with Unai Emery. That's how good Aston Villa have been. I think it's pretty clear, seeing the overall game, where Liverpool need to strengthen. In the midfield department, Liverpool were out-muscled and outplayed and out-pressed by Aston Villa for pretty much like 70 minutes of the whole game. And I mean, in the first like 30 minutes, Aston Villa had like 70% possession. Liverpool were chasing shadows, and Liverpool were lucky not to be 2-0 down because of that Watkins missed penalty. So Jacob Ramsey scores that brilliant Douglas Luiz cross, and then he celebrated like it was personal for him. I don't know why. Maybe he has personal beef with Liverpool fans or Liverpool as a club. I have no idea why he celebrated like that. It was a little bit over the top and for no reason whatsoever. So I'm interested to find out if I can why that was. But then Liverpool really never got going in the first half. The second half was better, but still not played our best football. A lot of the Liverpool players were below par. Fabinho was not at his best. Trent Alexander-Arnold was not at his best. I don't think Trent was at fault for the goal because he had 2 players at the back post. But Trent Alexander-Arnold at the back post, that's a weakness for Liverpool, and we need to sort it out in the summer. By the way, Mohamed Salah's assist for Bobby Firmino's equalizer was the 25th time the pair combined for a Premier League goal. Salah got 12 assists and Firmino 13, the most of any Liverpool duo in the Premier League's history, and that's absolutely brilliant. And Bobby Firmino was crying after the game, and also the way he celebrated the goal was absolutely brilliant. And I mean, Bobby Firmino has been a Liverpool legend, 80 years at Liverpool, winning all 7 trophies that is possible to win. He is a Liverpool legend in the best sense, and he's such a wholesome player as well. He has pure heart and pure joy, and I think he is the best Brazilian to ever play in the Premier League, if I remember correctly. And I also read on Twitter that Bobby Firmino actually assisted Mo Salah's first Liverpool goal, and now Mo Salah sets up Bobby Firmino's last goal at Anfield. It was just meant to be, wasn't it? It's a fairy tale ending. It's a real shame that Liverpool couldn't sign off the home season with a victory, but credit to Aston Villa. They deserved the point. They defended really, really well. But if the referee did his job, then Aston Villa would have played the game with 10 men for like 60 minutes, and we would have scored 2 goals at least. But Aston Villa also had some chances. Alisson had to make some good saves. I think first half Liverpool were the worst team, Aston Villa were the better team. But then second half, I think Liverpool were the better team. And I mean, the first half, Aston Villa had 1.5 XG, Liverpool had just 0.1. Second half, I think we had a much better, like 70% possession, a lot of shots, but still not enough chances, clear chances to score the winner. And that's the big regret for Liverpool today, because now I think the top 4 is almost gone. I mean, Man United need 1 point from the last 2 games to finish in the top 4, and Newcastle are pretty much already in the top 4 because of their hugely better goal difference. Even if Newcastle lose their last 2 games, they will probably qualify for the Champions League on goal difference. So that's a big regret for Liverpool. At least Tottenham lost to Brentford, and also Brighton have to win all of their games to finish ahead of Liverpool, and Liverpool have to lose to Southampton, I think. And hopefully that will not happen. Let's go out on a high and let's win against Southampton, and let's see what happens. But I just don't see Man United losing to Fulham and also to Chelsea. Both games are at Old Trafford, so that will be tough, a tough ask. So the top 4 is pretty much gone for Liverpool, but we already knew that for the majority of the season. The last the 7 games in a row win streak has been absolutely brilliant, but I think that we should have woken up earlier. This tactical switch should have happened earlier to put Trent Alexander-Arnold in this like deep lying playmaker role in attack. And also farewell to James Milner, Bobby Firmino, Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, 4 brilliant players. I think only Bobby Firmino and James Milner can be considered Liverpool legends. I don't consider Naby Keita or Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain legends, but of course it depends on your interpretation of what a Liverpool legend is. Where is the bar for a Liverpool legend? And what a player Bobby Firmino has been for Liverpool. Si, senor, I bow down to your greatness. What a player, what a legend. And James Milner has been a great servant of Liverpool as well. So that's my message for the last part of this video, that you guys will never walk alone. Firmino, Milner, Ox and Naby Keita. And also Firmino and Milner are welcome back at Anfield at any time. And Bobby Firmino has been one of my favorite players at Liverpool, so I'm really sad to see him go. Probably he will go to a club where he will play more often. Liverpool are evolving, and hopefully we can sign the kind of midfielders that will help Liverpool have a much more robust and much more like energetic midfield, because the energy, just the intensity just wasn't there today. Aston Villa had a better midfield today. We had to say it out loud and truthfully and honestly. So Liverpool need better midfielders. Curtis Jones and Henderson are not at that standard yet, week in, week out, to dominate midfield in the Premier League anymore. So we need better players in the midfield. That's the bottom line. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.